Hello there and welcome to another video. Now I did have a big grand opening for this video, but I'm out taking photographs and already look at what has erupted. Absolutely incredible rainbow right across, quite close in front of me. What a staggering way to start the day. Just beautiful and unexpected. That's a big point of this video. I would love it if you were to come with me and see more. Yes, let's go. Before we get going today though, this video is sponsored by Squarespace. If you need a domain name, a website or an online store, make your next move with Squarespace. So that was absolutely stunning. I don't know if I got it right. I was in such a hurry to get the camera out. The weather was really closing in when I got out of the car, and then this patch of sunshine burst into life, and then I was walking along this path here as part of my route today, took the very good decision to look behind me, and then that rainbow erupted. And as I was getting my camera out, it was getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's see if I've captured something. I think I have, you know. It's just such a beautiful arc as well. Loads of colour in there against the dark background. And that's where you get rainbows, isn't it? With the sun behind you and the rain ahead of you. And that's exactly what I had. And yeah, that's just burst into the most beautiful rainbow. Let me have a very quick check for the settings that I use. Very instinctive, f11, 1/250th of a second, ISO 100. And I think I've got something. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But the whole point of today's video is to discuss motivation and what it takes to keep your motivation for photography and landscape photography really high, because it can be challenging. And I'm going to talk about some of the issues and some of the things we can do, but my goodness, what an example right off the bat, where you come out on a day where the weather forecast says, don't come out, don't come out, don't come out, but you come out anyway, and that happens. And honestly, about 2 minutes walk from the car, and I'm buzzing already, right at the beginning of the shoot as well, even though we are only a few hours from sunset. Right, I'll show you that now. Now, I saw a statistic the other day that stated that between 2010 and 2023, camera sales worldwide declined by 94%. That's easy to believe because I think the main reason for that is that the camera market has been cannibalised by companies like Apple that have put really good cameras in their phones. I feel sometimes like because of that declining purchasing of cameras and because of the oversupply of photos online, it matches up with my kind of personal experience of people losing interest in photography. I wanted to make a video really about how to maintain that motivation, to stay interested in this exciting pastime or hobby or profession, and whatever angle you're coming at it from, to try and inspire you and keep you motivated, because that's something I've been struggling with recently. Now, if you've been following this channel for quite a long time, then you'll know that I'm pretty scared of cows. And I'm just coming up to a gate here and I can hear some mooing from over this wall. So I'm really hoping there aren't any cows in this field. Somewhat of an irrational fear, although it is backed up by the fact that people get killed by cows quite regularly. So I'm just going to stick to this fence line. It's very boggy because of all the rain, and get through this field as quickly as possible. There they are. I've found them. I'm just going to skirt around the outside of it, I think. Now, one big thing that can hamper your motivation when doing landscape photography is a lack of physical fitness. To get out the car, go for a walk and get up to those places where there is amazing shots to be had. I've suffered from that over the years. For various reasons, back injuries, laziness, that kind of thing. But I've been sorting it out recently, and if I spin you round, I've just seen way up there, can you see it? a little tree sticking out of that crag at the top of there. And I'm intrigued by it, and I'd like to get up there to have a closer look. And I'm definitely going up that hill there, but it might be a case of taking a little detour and going up that one as well to check out that tree. And I figure out which way I'm going. I'm at a fork in the road. So once I've figured that out, I'll crack on. Right, I've managed to get up the hill, and now I'm up here. It's considerably darker and considerably more windy. And now that I'm up here, I actually don't know where the tree is. My suspicion is that it's up there, and I've not quite made it yet. It's going to be a case of sort of scrambling up that bit of scree there. Although, what's that behind me? Is this it here? Oh, I think it might be, in which case it's further down. Right, now I'm up here. I have no idea. I've got a feeling it's not the right tree. I'm sort of thinking, like that kind of composition, it's quite nice, but you just lose the tree in the background altogether. What should I do? I don't really know. Let's have a little scramble up, I think. Whoa! Just a sea of ferns. So hard to get through. Whew. Right, can you see the tree there? I've found it. I'm pleased that I've found it, but I can't go any further because this here is just a sea of ferns, and I've just come up something similar, and it's so difficult to get through, and it's taken me ages to walk through it, and I just don't have the time. And that's probably about the distance I've come already on a path that absolutely no one has walked on this entire summer, I think. Just really hard going. And to be honest, I have no intention of going any further because I don't know what it's like at the other side. And yeah, I'm running out of time. That little tree is now scouted for the winter time when all this fern has died off and the path, I think, will be much more obvious and it'll be much easier to get up there. Could even be looking across at a snow-capped mountain as well. So yeah, I'm going to count that one scouted and now start trying to retrace my steps through this fern. And already I've lost the path. My legs are absolutely soaked because the fern is all really wet and it's kind of waist high. Oh man, not enjoying this. I'm out of there after what felt like an eternity. My legs are soaking. I've lost a lot of time, so I better try and crack on and make up some ground. I'm thirsty after that trek through those ferns. Right, more delays because this time I couldn't resist shooting this scene here. Just found this bit of a pond, which I'm guessing is not there all the time, but because it's so wet, it's producing a little pond and a nice bit of foreground interest. So I'm just gonna snap that quickly because I can't resist. Oh, way too dark. Actually, what I also need is a polarizer to take some of the reflections off the water. While I'm doing that, trying to crack on with the theme of this video, which is about motivation. Social media on the whole, I think, is not good for us if we spend too much time on there. And because there's so much competition for attention on social media, and we're so often seeing beautiful picture after beautiful picture after beautiful picture, and they are great, it makes us start to make comparisons all the time. And as we know, comparison is the thief of joy. And not only are we comparing ourselves to each other, we're also comparing ourselves to ourselves in the past. If you don't get the likes that maybe your previous picture did. So then when we go out, we have this like unrealistic expectation about what's going to happen. Or this thing that's happened to me a lot is this artistic anxiety. I mean, I think actually artistic anxiety is a natural part of the creative process. And I heard someone the other day say that what we describe as a lack of motivation to create art or to go out and do photography is actually our artistic anxiety overwhelming us. So, the whole point of this video is, I think, go out and take pictures. It doesn't matter if they're going to be brilliant or not. This one certainly isn't. I've got this little pond in the foreground, some rocks in the midground, and then Blencathra in the distance with a bit of fog or cloud on the top. It's dark, it's moody, because I've got the darker areas with the circular polarizer. Right. It's another one of those videos where it's kind of all over the place, but what I've decided, like I said the other week, I want to make videos for you. Is that, I don't know. I'm waffling. I'll let you go and see that picture. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit lost. I know which direction I'm going in, but I don't know where the path is. And there's water everywhere. It's boggy because it's been so wet. So yeah, it's not the easiest going. But while I try to figure things out, as you know, this video is sponsored by Squarespace. Now, in my opinion, Squarespace is just the best place for photographers to build their own website. And there's a number of reasons for that. Number one is that it's just so easy to do. You go in their website at squarespace.com, or you can hit the link down below and choose one of their beautiful, beautiful templates. Tell them what you want, put some of your text and some of your pictures on there, and before you know it, you will have a unique and beautiful looking website. The other good thing is that you don't need any coding knowledge. If you can drag boxes around on Windows, then you can build a Squarespace website. And you can start with just a simple online gallery, something that's going to look way better than your images do on social media. They'll look big, bold, and beautiful. If you want to, Squarespace will then grow with you, so you can turn your site into an online store and start selling things like books or prints or calendars or workshops, all that good stuff that photographers love to sell. Good products and services. You can then also expand your website to have a members section. If you want to have subscribers, come back to your website time and time again and build that core audience of people that love your work. I think that's super exciting. They also have award-winning customer service. I've used them for years. I wish I'd discovered them earlier though, because they just make life so easy. So if you want a website, then go to squarespace.com to start a free trial today. Build your website, and then if you like what you've created, use the offer code FIRSTMAN, that's right. Tell them I sent you there, because then you win, I win, and they win. We all win. And that is a beautiful thing. And you'll get 10% off your first purchase. Right, the weather is closing in. So as I hit this stile in the wall, I'm gonna have to get my rain gear back on. Oh, I hope this rain means more dramatic photographs as well. So, I had high hopes for this video. I was going to tell you some insightful stuff, but the weather has had other ideas. I just love these dramatic, changeable conditions with all these amazing views all the way around. So, I think another thing that you can do to overcome a lack of motivation is not to treat your photography or photographs generally as a commodity. And I think sometimes digital photographs on social media and the internet have become a commodity, but it's owned by the social media giants. They're the ones benefiting from your photography. I've started doing some woodwork recently, so imagine that you're a carpenter and you craft a beautiful piece of furniture. You know automatically that that's a thing. That's a special thing with genuine value. When we're making our photographs, we should treat them in the exact same way. It doesn't mean that you have to capture anything amazing every time you go out, but try and treat your work in that way. You're crafting something special. Even in horrific wind like this. And I just love the scene over there. And I'm gonna try and, against all the odds, craft something special now with a panorama in these conditions, which is gonna be especially difficult. And oh my goodness, I have to turn back out the wind and do it like this. Even if you're an amateur, you don't have to sell it, just make it into a very special thing. And you might find that your motivation returns Your artistic anxiety gets put aside because it's not really about what you do with your work. It's about how you feel creating it. That's why I've got so much joy recently out of making my frames. Third in every time. You can see the sort of dark, moody sort of shot this is going to be. Right, I've made it through to sunset time. As you can see, I don't think there's going to be too much of a sunset. The weather's closed in and I'm hiding behind the dry stone wall at the moment, which is providing a little bit of shelter because it was pretty brutal back up there on the hill. But I am going to take one more shot. Just, whoa, jeez, if I don't fall over, I feel a bit defeated today almost. I'm just going to take one more shot, handheld, of this wall just here, leading us in to the little tarn down there. It's actually quite big, but I'm quite far away from it. And that mountain in the distance, which is Blencathra, which I've shot a number of times before, and I think is my most favouriteest mountain in all of the Lake District. So yeah, take the pressure off yourself. Just go out and plan a walk. Take the camera with you and take some photographs. But then if you get a good one, treat it with the respect that that piece of craft work, that beautiful print or photograph deserves. And I think you'll end up feeling good about your work, whether it garners any attention or not. But if you would like to have a day like this, hopefully in better weather, then I still have a couple of workshops available for the autumn. Hit the link down below to visit my website. You can watch a load of videos on my website as well. There's loads of stuff on there, loads of content just for you. So I'll show you that picture and well, I'm worn out. I've had such a good time though. And the day I think delivered within the first 5 minutes. Didn't need to bother with the rest of the video, did I? But if you've made it through to this point, congratulations, and I'm very grateful. And I'll see you on another one very, very soon.